As expected, prices are going up. February average prices are at $700,000. That's up 4% since January, which is exactly the same price appreciation we had last February. Interestingly, higher than the 10-year February average of 1%. Prices will continue to rise throughout the spring months and flatten out into the summer as people start to go on vacations. And for context, February prices averaged $640,000 in 2023, $642,000 in 2022. Notice the flat appreciation year over year. We had huge gains in 2021 with average prices in February at $545,000. And if you owned a home in 2020, prices averaged $453,000. That's a 50% increase in your home's value. How long does it take to sell a home? People tend to think that if a home hasn't been sold right away, there must be something wrong with it. However, days on market is 23 median days. That means that half of the homes will actually take longer than 23 days to sell, and an average of 47 days, because some homes have been overpriced and are just sitting on the market for longer than they should be, pulling up the average. Last month, the median days on market was 36. So this 23 is an incredible pickup of our market, almost about twice as quickly to sell. Looking at weekly data, buyer activity definitely continues to pick up with an increase of 15% of showings since last week. New listings are up and active inventory is 30% higher than it was this time last year. It takes an average of 15 showings to receive an offer, and sellers can expect about 3 showings per listing per week. With more selection, buyers are able to take their time looking at multiple properties over multiple weekends before making an offer. And while active inventory is actually down since last week, the units that were put under contract is up by 10%, which really shows the strength of our market regardless of interest rates. And speaking of interest rates, they remain volatile as inflation crept up last week. We have strong jobless numbers and consumer spending is up. Like I predicted last fall and again in January, we don't know when rates will drop. So the people who are moving right now are finding solutions to the issue of high rates, like buying down the interest rate, getting seller concessions, or just being comfortable with the current payment in hopes that they will be able to refinance later. People often ask me about timing the market. So if you want to sell at the appropriate time, basically it's March or April. That's when you'll make the most money for your property. And if you want to buy, it's good to take advantage of falling prices in October. But making a move isn't really about timing the market. It's about your personal situation. It's about finding out what makes sense for you to help you achieve what you're trying to do for yourself and your family. I'd be happy to help you, whether it's planning for a move this spring or in a couple years. I'm Heather O'Leary with Kentwood Real Estate.